Hello and welcome to you all to the Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
It's going to be the little chief, Javier Mascherano. Uncompromising and ready to tackle anything that moves, and he does so with tenacity and grit. It shouldn't take long for him to make his mark.
It's in! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Look, you can only exploit the space if the pass is good enough, and in that instance, he was instinctive and quick, and it did the damage.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Managed to get it away. And it's Luis Suarez. Rafinha with the ball through. Now the pass. Neymar! Dispatched clinically. Oh, even a section of the opposition fans were applauding that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Messi plays it long. Rafinha pumps it forwards. Rakitic. Rafinha. Now it's Luis Suarez. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Saved only by poor finishing.
That was a very decent shot from distance. You know, a little less strength and it might have just dipped under the bar. Good effort though.
Adriano. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Neymar. Almost half an hour in now. Aimed long and direct. Mathieu. Rafinha. Rakitic. And it's Luis Suarez. Messi. Looks like a good ball through. It's broken loose! Well, that's where he wants it. Mascherano positions himself well and cuts it out. Luis Suarez. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Rafinha. Looks to bypass the midfield. Rafinha. Rakitic. Deftly done. Sergio Busquets. That'll be the last act of the first half. Would you review the first half?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I really hope
1-1. Pumps it upfield. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Rafinha. Luis Suarez puts his foot on the gas. Suarez has a go! Rafinha. And it's Luis Suarez, played out to the wing. Neymar, played into the middle. What a wonderful goal! Well, the cross was inch perfect, and the header unerring.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Oh look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
And he's got his range wrong there. Just about up to the hour now. Rakitic looks to dink one in. Rafinha. Neymar. Thrust towards the front line. Barcelona haven't yet dipped into their subs. Neymar. Lovely feet. Can he deliver? Neymar. Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! And with that goal comes comfort. Rated with dip and curl.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they've got themselves into such a good position now with a 2-goal cushion. I wouldn't like to be in their dressing room if they let this one slip.
You could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Adriano goes long and forward. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Sergio Busquets. Passes it through. Rakitic. Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. And it's Adriano. So not long left in this now. It's Luis Suarez! It's come loose. And it's another assault on goal. Neymar! he's missed it. Pulling it away. Rakitic. Tries a long pass towards the front. Looks to thread it through. And that's a goal kick. Sergio Busquets plays it out to the flank. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Barcelona winners after an absolutely outstanding game. Fabulous drama as they dragged it back from behind, made it happen and won. Hello and welcome to Estadio Morumbi, home to one of the powerhouses of Brazilian football, Sao Paulo FC. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Messi looks to dink one in. Rakitic with the short one. Firmly met. And the volley.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that. Well, I think the early signs have been very good for them. They've already got that defence unsettled, and now they've got to back it up.
That'll be a throw. Towards the front. He's gone for it! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Daniel Alves tries to stroke it through. Pushes it out wide. And the counter is on. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Still goalless. Messi with the ball through. Played out wide. He's dealt with that well. Where to from here? Iniesta. And he's there to cut it out. Sergio Busquets pumps it upfield. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Looks like a good ball through. Rakitic. It's Iniesta. Tries a through ball. Iniesta. Puts it forward. Great ball, and now the shot. Out to the left it goes. Mascherano does well there, alert. Rakitic. Messi. And Messi! There was plenty of power on that. Rakitic plays it short. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
There's the end of the first half. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're off again.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Iniesta. Out wide to the right. Looks to slip it through. Can he finish? The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Iniesta. Ball's out on the left now. Iniesta doing well down the left. Now, what are his options? And he has been fouled there. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Messi. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Rakitic gets it back. Shoots! And it's in the back of the net! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. The move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Barcelona, Mascherano with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Well, technically that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out, and I just thought he was a little unlucky then.
Either side really getting hold of the ball. Now the pass. Barcelona emerge unscathed, they were right up against it. Tries to get it forward quickly. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly and it needed that.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. Turns and goes back. Iniesta. Really well taken goal. 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
I just think there was too much ball watching. Nobody's really looking to see who's drifting into good striking positions, and it's a bad one to give away, it really is. Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Barcelona grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0. Daniel Alves. Who's going to make this theirs? He's through, it's 1-on-1. They are running riot. And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Oh, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Barcelona have a sub ready to come on.
I just think that's really good management, introducing one of his younger players when the pressure's totally off, just allowing him some valuable, easy on-field experience time.
Barcelona take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Iniesta plays it out to the wing. Iniesta looking to run onto it. That'll be a corner. Rakitic goes short. Daniel Alves crosses it. Rafinha has it out wide and in space. So who's he picking out? Rafinha. Oh, that's not going to find its target. Can he put it away? No, he's missed it. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Messi spreads it wide. Rafinha crosses into the box. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Another piece of really good defending. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona have got it done, through to the last 4, and evidently... welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And our live game is Saint-Etienne against Barcelona.
And I'm ready to rumble.
Looks to slip it through. Coad. Forward it goes. PK does well there. Alert. Cornier. And it's Cornier. Coad pumps it upfield. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Tries a through ball. Sal. I think a cautious start from both teams. Tries to stroke it through. Woo! Rafinha. Barcelona so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Neymar, it's on a plate. Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Yeah, and he knew he had to get his efforts away before being closed down, but he could have sacrificed a little power then for a bit more accuracy.
Messi goes short, lofted into the middle. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Surely a shot. It's a loose ball. Rafinha. Spent it wide. Rafinha looking to get on the end of this. There are a few waiting for it. Neymar.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Jordi Alba. Iniesta. With the ball through. Rafinha looking up to see who wants it. And it's Iniesta. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Who can spark this game into life? No, too much on it. Jordi Alba. Neymar. PK. Thrust towards the front line. Hit long and direct.
Rue can't hurt you with his back to go, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause...
The referee's awarded a free kick. Half-time in the semi-final. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Roma Amuma pumps it forwards. Rue. Throw it. Spoon forward. more, looking to run onto it. It's Kanye! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of the goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
Forward it goes. Neymar passes it through. Luis Suarez has it in a wide position, so what next? Terran gets it away. And it's Roux. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Looks to thread it through. Jordi Alba. Not long left, and still we await the breakthrough. Brings it forward. Messi. This is promising. Messi! Yes, it's there! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. If you look back on that goal.
Well, his most important job there was to keep the shot down, and he did that without any problems. That's good concentration, you know.
Change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Well positioned to make that interception. Offside's a bit too casual in possession. Played out to the wing. Here it comes. It's come loose.
That was a really awkward one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Messi, a chance! It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. He's fouled him there. Luis Suarez. Barcelona are nearly there. Last minute drama permitting. They have 1 foot in the final. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. And he doubles up the chance! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Oh, he's not at all happy. Turning away thinking he scored, only to see the flag up.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Barcelona make their final change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Saint-Etienne get it back again. They are right into last chance territory. Who's going to make this theirs? He's got his range wrong there. Rakitic, there's a long pass towards the front. Messi. Barcelona need to hold on for a few more moments. Final seconds, this has to be it. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? And that's it. Barcelona have done it. Into the final, and they can taste glory now. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, what a way to win one of the hardest games you'll fare in any cup competition. They played the game and not the occasion, and that was impressive for me. I think that's how it's...
So it comes down to this, just two teams. Which one? Which one? And our live game is Wales against Barcelona.
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope that we can create an attacking contest here, which obviously we want for this showpiece.
Tries a long pass towards the front. Out for a throw. Where to from here? Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Thrust towards the front line. Wales somehow escaped the danger. That was a tight call, though. Either side especially adventurous early on. Plays it out to the wing. Good idea, just poorly executed. Quarter of an hour played.
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them, because it needs livening up.
Looks like a good ball through. Tries a through ball. Here it comes. Neymar. Get a throw in. Neymar. Lovely bit of skill. Tries to stroke it through. Mascherano. Forward. What does he try from here? Neymar. Now the pass. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! That could turn out to be a big, big goal. Oh my goodness, that has ripped the rigging.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Barcelona take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest.
Oh, look, from experience I can tell you that the first goal is always vital in any final. It can make such a psychological difference.
So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. Daniel Alves. Barcelona are in control here on the brink of half-time. That's a throw. Messi pumps it into the area. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
And it all came from very good trickery in the wider position, but quite a static defence. Was pretty fortunate to survive that little episode. It should have been much worse.
And it's Messi. Messi got into a good position down the right, just needs support to arrive. It's well blocked, and back out it comes. Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. So, Jim, the halfway point of the final, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they'll be boosted by the fact that they've got the advantage at this stage, but will their approach be the same after the break? Certainly, if they don't add to it early on in the second half, I think they may begin to retreat, just try and hold on to what they've got.
Barcelona going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Barcelona carry a one-goal lead into the second half. Oh, it's a foul, they're right on the edge of the box. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
unbelievable. Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Oh, that is a bit special. That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, this is real tit-for-tat stuff. It's difficult to see which one has the drive and determination to come out on top now.
Looks to slip it through.
Well, goals change games, and now that parity has been restored early in this half too, this game could take off in a direction they weren't expecting, and the next phase of play requires a stronger rearguard action from them now.
Jordi Alba goes on an adventurous run. They've been given a corner. Rakitic plays it short. Jordi Alba goes for the cross. It's got him rattled.
Look, that's exactly the sort of stuff you want to see in a final. That would have been some goal if it was on target.
Rakitic goes short. Who saw this coming? So close to victory, and it has got away. Iniesta on a charge down the left, passes it through. Barcelona get dipped into their subs. Wales emerge unscathed, they were right up against it. Goes direct to the front line. Looks like a good ball through. Mascherano cuts it out. Mascherano goes on a charge down the left. Well played, he saw that coming. Just about up to 75 minutes. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Yeah, the defence had him exactly where they wanted him there. Didn't even give him the space or the room to turn. And I think if they can keep him facing the other way, then his threat becomes a much lesser issue.
Jordi Alba. He's made sure that that won't get through. Tries a through ball. So not long left in this now. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless of course there is one last dramatic twist. Iniesta plays the route one option. Now the pass. On behind for a goal kick. Mascherano. Jordi Alba. Sergio Busquets. Iniesta.
It's all very neat football, but time is against them now, and they need to get the ball forward.
Say he was expecting a better ball than that. Nothing to separate them. We have extra time.
Yeah, no daylight between these two sides, but I have to say neither side really did enough to find the winner. They just cancelled each other out.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. Messi, Luis Suarez. Oh, Barcelona! They have retaken the lead in extra time. Jim, your thoughts?
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Oh look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Neymar! Boots it to safety. Looks to slip it through. Now here's the through ball. Ball's loose, who's getting there? In comes the delivery. Tries one! Good hand from the keeper. Should have equalised.
Well, even the best players sometimes fail to deliver, but that ought to have been the equaliser.
It's a loose ball. That's it for the first period of extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
Substitution taking place.
Barcelona get things rolling. So time for a bit of smash and grab. So who's he picking out? Keeper's ball. Daniel Alves. And it's Messi. Wales, their final change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Barcelona need to hold on for a few more moments. Neymar. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Neymar goes pulsing down that left-hand side. Neymar. It's Neymar! Back of the net! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That was glorious. Pinpoint accuracy.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it. Time is up. Barcelona have done it here. Winners of the KONAMI Cup. A massive moment in their lives. Barcelona have won the cup, and the time has come to collect it. It is party time. Hello and welcome to you all from the Giuseppe Meazza in Milan. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
So it's away we go then. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? And it's corner. Keeper has beaten it away. Luis Suarez plays a clever pass. Messi keeps everyone guessing. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? And it's been taken short. Gets good distance on it. Sergio Busquets. Shot! Goal! Barcelona!
Unbelievable.
Barcelona are in front. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Look, volleys can be worked on and improvements can be made, but in the moment it takes timing and balance to catch the perfect spot on the ball to produce brilliance like that. That is absolutely magnificent.
Barcelona give themselves the perfect start. Can they build on it? Barcelona have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Save, he got a decent fist on that. Well played, he saw that coming. Iniesta floats one over. Big chance here. There is the genius of Luis Suarez. And they are disappearing out of sight. Absolutely thundered in. Keeper, no chance.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it. Barcelona have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0. Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Fine defending there. It's a long forward pass. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Adriano. Boots it upfield. Daniel Alves. Another piece of really good defending. And it's Luis Suarez. It's a loose ball. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. That was asking just too much of him. Barcelona are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Iniesta. Neymar. Face to face with his opponent. Neymar with the ball through. Dashing forward at pace. Fine defending there. Adriano. And it's Neymar. Iniesta. It's Luis Suarez! Decent hit and on target. They've played it short. Lovely feet. Adriano looking up to see who wants it. Fired in from distance. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Barcelona sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Here's the start of the second half. Tries to dink it in. Oh, glorious footwork! There are a few waiting for it. Neymar! Too long to get the shot away.
Well, look, that's what happens when you're caught in two minds. Just don't know what you're doing.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he could make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Neymar got into a good position, but he may need to hold things up. It's Neymar! Chance again? No.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
There he is, making his presence felt.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Looking to hit the front line. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Barcelona, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Messi. Barcelona cannot keep hold of the ball. Iniesta. Luis Suarez pushes it out wide. Tries a long pass towards the front. Forward it goes. Looks to dink one in. Barcelona need to make a change here. Well positioned to make that interception. Oh, he's come up against a brick wall there. And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Looks to slip it through. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Adriano. And the finish! Oh, great save. Real class.
I thought he was magnificent then. He had no right to get anywhere near that. What a save.
Strong punch. Looks like a good ball through. Out towards the flank. Neymar. Lovely bit of skill. Neymar! More pressure on the opposition goal. He's putting on a show here, I think.
Well, there's no doubt that the whole team revolves around him now. He leads by example, and he's become the main pivot. Cracking player.
Long and forward. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Knocks it towards the front. He's not going to get that. There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Oh, good interception. Neymar. Sergio Busquets positions himself well and cuts it out. Chip through. It's beautifully weighted. They've managed to get it away. Barcelona have decided now is the time to make their final change. Not much subtlety. He's launched himself there. Tries a through ball. It's anyone's ball. Danger averted for now. Piqué. Sergio Busquets, played out to the right, away from immediate danger. Looks to thread it through. Challenge, but fair enough. Brings it forward. Spoon forward. Now here's the through ball. It's Neymar! Clearance and very necessary. There is the final whistle. Barcelona are through. They have the look of a team that fancies going all the way this time. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
It was more than good enough. They approached this contest with great conviction, and if they maintain that kind of focus, then watch this space.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I would say the Croatian Ivan Rakitic. A passer with a creative edge who will probe away until he can release a teammate with the right through ball. Best described as either crisp or cutting.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Who's going to make this theirs? Ball's loose, who's getting there? Ball's out on the left now. A real chance to break. Out towards the flank. That's not going to find its target. Fisted away. Rakitic with the short one. Aimed in towards the centre. Managed to get it away. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Decent ball. Goal! Barcelona! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. And that's a throw. Comes out once more. PK does well to read it and intercepts. Tries lifting it over. The referee's awarded a free kick. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Rakitic, Daniel Alves, Messi, Iniesta. Oh, good interception. Tries a long pass towards the front. Tries a through ball. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Technically, that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out, and I just thought he was a little unlucky then.
Sergio Busquets. Messi. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? It's one! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Well, although the keeper looked an imposing figure then, he remained totally unfazed and took the chance with great ease.
Barcelona have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Spoon forward. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. And it's Neymar. Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank. first 45 minutes are up. Barcelona go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And the action is back underway. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Piqué. Daniel Alves. Pumps it forwards. Dashing forward at pace. Barcelona emerge unscathed. They were right up against it. Rakitic tries to get it forward quickly. And the volley. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, there wasn't much on for him, so it was worth a shot. It was worth a try from there.
That is a poor kick by the keeper. Been intercepted. Dani Alves. Ball swung in. He's there to get rid. Barcelona with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. Aimed long and direct. You could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Rakitic. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Piqué. And it's Rakitic. Now it's Messi. Neymar plays a clever pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hoists it high. It's a brilliant interception. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Neymar is looking up for options on the left. Messi. Messi! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Oh, that's just lovely skill. He's certainly a player who can single-handedly make a difference. Great talent.
Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Now the pass. They've got it back and they can go again. Drives it in. Can he put it away? It's a loose ball. Can he deliver? Here comes another cross. Sergio Busquets with the ball through. Another piece of really good defending. It's a long forward pass. And more, and more, and more. Surely now, beyond all doubt. Swift, incisive, deadly. All done in a matter of seconds.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. So not long left in this now. Now just moments away from a semi-final place. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. Barcelona are almost home and dry now. Steered out wide. He can get that clear. And that will sail harmlessly past.
What an effort that was. He's done very well from that distance.
It's come loose. Into the channel. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. It was all about the quality of the delivery and they come away with nothing. Long and forward. Good ball over the top. And the finish! And the follow-up sticks it away! They're back within reach! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
So is this the start of a comeback? And that's it. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. A very warm welcome to the Allianz Arena will be Jim Begley.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Jordi Alba passes it through. Neymar! Goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
That was glorious. Pinpoint accuracy.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
Barcelona take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Neymar doing well down the left. Now, what are his options? Luis Suarez. Defence has got rid of that. Sergio Busquets plays a clever pass. And the ball's come out! Back of the net! And they are disappearing out of sight! Rafinha was quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Barcelona get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Ball swung in.
And he has to produce a better first touch than that. It's imperative to keep the ball closer to your feet than the opposition's, and a smartening up is needed.
Rakitic. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez demonstrates his quality. Goalkeeper's ball. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, if he wants that ball to make it, then he has to pass it with a bit more zip. I think he knew as soon as it left his boot, it was going to be cut out. Just lacked a little more power.
Who's going to make this theirs? Rafinha tries a long pass towards the front. It's come loose. Oh, and look who's there doing the defending. Messi hits it! Brave effort, total commitment.
And he really threw himself at that one. Just a little more accuracy was all it needed.
They've played it short. And Messi! It's broken loose. And out to safety. Thrust towards the front line. Sergio Busquets. Luis Suarez. He's away. He's on the back foot. Tries a through ball. Corner it is then. Repelled by the keeper. Looks like a good ball through. Another piece of really good defending. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Demanding a quick ball here. Half-time in the semi-final. Barcelona sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we're underway again. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here, it's all broken down. Messi. And he's there to hoof it away. Fine defending there. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Barcelona in a very solid position, 2 to the good. That'll be a throw-in. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Barcelona yet to make a change here. Forward it goes. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Piqué. Messi. crunching tackle. They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. They've got it back and can have another go. Messi! This could fall anywhere. They are rampant.
Unbelievable.
Surely now, beyond all doubt. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. 3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Daniel Alves tries the route one option. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Now the pass. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
I thought it was good vision, but the execution was poor.
And the through ball is intercepted. Jordi Alba boots it upfield. Looks to slip it through. It's a loose ball. They've got it back and they can go again. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Goes long and forward. No, too much on it. Mascherano. Rafinha. Pumps it forwards. Luis Suarez with the ball through. Keeper's got good distance on that. Rafinha. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So the final now awaits. Delirium in the stands. The fans know that they will get their big day. So which one will it be? It must be one or the other, and we'll know soon enough. The final about to get underway. And our live game is Scotland against Barcelona. Barcelona get the final underway.
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope that we can create an attacking contest here, which obviously we want for this showpiece.
So what now? Luis Suarez, coaxed out to the wing. He's there to get rid. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Fletcher boots it upfield. Now it's Fletcher. He's had a go! Just off target. Great leap! And the ball's come out. Messi. Barcelona keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Barcelona are pressing with energy in the opening moments of the game. Barcelona still without an attempt on target. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Now it's Iniesta. Is there any support? He might not need it.
Well, that was a really awkward one for the goalkeeper to deal with.
Mascherano. Iniesta. And it's Neymar. Gets it back. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. Keeper's got good distance on that. Iniesta. Neymar. Fletcher. Sergio Busquets. Knocks it towards the front. Can he find a finish now? It's a carbon copy of his previous miss.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Gets it upfield. Sergio Busquets does well there. Alert. Plays it long. So who can spark this game into life? Daniel Alves. Now it's Messi. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. 5 minutes till the break. He's gone out for a throw-in. Ball's out. It'll be a throw-in again. Fletcher. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Neymar. Well, there's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. So we've had the first 45 minutes of the final, Jim. How's it looking for you?
Well, both teams seem to be playing the occasion and not the match. Nervousness has taken over when this game really needs some more composure, and hopefully the half-time team talks can sort it.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Tight old game so far. Can that change now? Chance!
That has only enhanced his already huge reputation. They were obviously hoping for an early second-half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen, and this is a very welcome tonic now. That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, show great balance and a really cool head to finish, and that kind of dribbling is really smart.
big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Oh, look, from experience, I can tell you that the first goal is always vital in any final. It can make such a psychological difference.
Rakitic.
Everything they would have spoken about in that dressing room during the break has a greater chance of happening thanks to the early goal. It's the perfect platform now to go on and try to win it.
Neymar. Barcelona scoring early in the second half to make it 1-0. Jordi Alba. And it's Neymar. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Now it's Luis Suarez, looks to slip it through. Messi! No mistake! And with that goal comes comfort. What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Scotland have a sub ready to come on.
Substitution for Scotland.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Barcelona haven't yet dipped into their subs. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on.
Number 2. Coming on the field is
Rakitic.
number 4.
Luis Suarez. Into the last quarter of an hour. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Darren Fletcher. And it's Fletcher. Another piece of really good defending. PK. Barcelona still 2-0 up and looking now to see it through. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Out to the left it goes. It's a brilliant interception. Daniel Alves concedes a free kick for that. Rakitic plays a clever pass. Fletcher. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Iniesta. Hurtles into the tackle. Neymar passes it through. Looking to force his way through. Keeper's got good distance on that. Fine defending there. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Barcelona have done it here, winners of the KONAMI Cup, a massive moment in their lives. So onto centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment. The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. The teams then, Barcelona against Real Madrid. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, he's pulled him up for that challenge. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Good hand from the keeper. That was travelling.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to try his luck from so far out, but that was close. I mean, it kept the keeper on his toes.
Ball swung in. He's there to get rid. Oh, nearly. But nearly is nothing.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and he had to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Oh, this has been such a positive approach from them in the early part of this game. Everybody is programmed to get forward and...
Goal! Real Madrid! Oh, the cross was inch perfect and the header unerring.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Real Madrid take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Casemiro tries to get it forward quickly. Daniel Alves. Messi. Marcelo knocks it towards the front. Looks like a good ball through. Jesse Rodriguez goes for the cross. Tries lifting it over. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Casemiro. Cristiano Ronaldo plays it long. Can he find a finish now? Shot a goal! And that's going to be a goal kick. Jordi Alba. Iniesta. And it's Jordi Alba. So what now? Looks to slip it through. Jordi Alba. Neymar. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty to chew on at the moment, but no bite.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Luis Suarez goes long. Good stop, that wasn't easy.
And that's a really instinctive stop too. Great reflexes to make it happen. I thought he showed class there.
Rafael Varane goes long and forward. Modric. Put it on the right now. What's on? That's the throw. Modric passes it through. Iniesta boots it upfield. Luis Suarez with the ball through. Neymar. Barcelona in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Daniel Alves. Now it's Messi. Now the pass. And now the finish! Yes!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, it tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, we thought that this one would be close between two strong sides like this, and I think that just goes to prove it.
It's Casemiro. Sergio Busquets. Needed a better pass there. Casemiro looks to dink one in. Jesse Rodriguez has it out wide and in space. Sergio Busquets. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bravo deals with it effortlessly. Daniel Alves. And it's half-time here. Reflections on the first half?
Listen, you couldn't have asked for any more from this game. Plenty of action, lots of goals, and with it still even, it's all up for grabs second half too.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Messi with a long pass. Real Madrid somehow escaped the danger. That was a tight call, though. Jordi Alba. Neymar got into a good position, but he may need to hold things up. Rakitic! He's delivered all right!
Well, when one or two others were maybe a tad slow at restarting this game, then up steps a big character who was simply switched on and bright, and he sparked another advantage for his team at an important stage. It augurs well.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Barcelona go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack them.
Toni Kroos has been caught there, it's a foul. Sergio Ramos. Toni Kroos. Well played, he saw that coming. Rakitic. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez pushes it out wide. Firmly met.
Everything they would have spoken about.
Sergio Busquets has given away a free kick. Rafael Varane. Oh, he's broken through. Tries a through ball. It's in! And with that goal comes comfort.
Oh, that was great to watch. It had to be an instant decision to lob the ball, and it just paid off perfectly. What a goal.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, they may well be 2 up now, but the beauty of this game is that it can all change in a flash.
Coaxed out to the wing. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Toni Kroos. Surely. And he's cut it out. He scores. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Mascherano tries the route one option. Tries to stroke it through. Looks like a good ball through. Luis Suarez! They are rampant! Surely now, beyond all doubt. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Barcelona blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Shapes the shoot! Bravo. A great piece of goalkeeping. It's a corner. Toni Kroos goes short. Half an hour gone in the second half. Messi. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Now it's Messi. Messi with the ball through. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Hesse. Piqué. Rakitic. Now the pass. Oh, that's not going to find its target. Aim forward. Piqué demonstrates his quality. Casemiro. Sergio Ramos. And it's Luis Suarez. Chip through. Toni Kroos. Crunching tackle. Looks to slip it through. Messi. Messi's cross. And out to safety. Neymar gets flagged offside. Neymar is on his own. A terrific save. Rakitic with the short one. A chance! It's Neymar! Ball's loose, who's getting there? Away from immediate danger. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona did it the hard way, a testament to their great powers of recovery. They have defied the odds. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Listen, I've experienced the highs and the lows of derby clashes, and I can tell you that when you win one, it's pretty special. There's so much at stake, it's almost a relief to get it over. And.
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. The teams then, Barcelona against Bayern Munich. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Arjen Robben. Even though, as a defender, you know what's coming, it's still very hard to stifle this fella's threat. A live wire who's always angling to get it on his left foot, and what a left foot we're talking about.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Robben. Muller tries the route one option, and it's Douglas Costa. Lewandowski. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Bayern Munich get it back again.
Well, when it becomes that speculative, I think it requires something from the very top drawer, and he had to think a little bit more about that. In the end, he's just opted for raw power.
Oh look, they've started with such intensity, but maybe they just need to add a little composure to their finishing. You know, it's the only thing that's missing so far.
Jordi Alba goes long and forward. Rakitic, aimed forward, played out wide. Neymar pumps it into the area. It's well blocked, and back out it comes. Barcelona yet to have a shot on target. Lahm looking up to see who wants it. Muller. Rafinha. Vidal. Now it's Rakitic. Messi, and here's the chance to counter. Can he find a finish now? Vidal. Muller. And it's Robben. Lobs it in gently. Sergio Busquets. Jordi Alba. Jerome Boateng. Vidal. Alaba. Just little by way of goalmouth action yet. Neymar with a good steal, well played. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Douglas Costa. Daniel Alves concedes a free kick for that. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Iniesta. Luis Suarez. Messi. Neymar finds himself offside. Shapes the shoots! He's delivered all right!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking.
He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Bayern Munich saw first blood here.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal when you look through this team.
It's in!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion. Half-time. We learned from the first 45 minutes.
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
They come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Lahm. Driving on now. What can they conjure from here? Douglas Costa. Vidal. Lahm. Bayern Munich getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Jerome Boateng. Robben. And it's Lewandowski. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get him through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. But importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Müller. Robben. Lahm. Just about up to the hour now. Oh, he's come flying in. Messi with the ball through. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Decent enough try. Played it short. So who's he picking out? He's dealt with that well. Douglas Costa. And it's Rafinha. Rafinha. Sergio Busquets. Now it's Messi. Barcelona haven't yet dipped into their subs. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Looks to slip it through. It's a loose ball. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Lahm. Robben. Müller. Douglas Costa. Müller. Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's Neymar! Brave effort, total commitment.
I just thought it was great effort all round. I mean, he did so well just to get his head on the ball.
Douglas Costa. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Yes, and what a battle this has been. Neither is showing any sign of backing off. It's a tribute to wonderful attitude to put everything they've got into attempting to gain that vital edge.
Bayern Munich emerge unscathed. They were right up against it. Tries a through ball. Kike does well there, alert. Now the pass. Tries the cut back. Neymar. Crunching tackle. And it's Lewandowski. Müller gets it, and now what? Great ball, now the shot. There is the final whistle. A game chock full of moments and talking points. It could have gone either way, but chose in the end to share its spoils. It ends in a highly entertaining draw. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
It's got to be the so very versatile Thomas Müller, a player who never seems to stop running and equally effective as the most advanced striker. For me, his best position, or in a withdrawn role, or even out wide. and he's just totally determined.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Rafinha. And it's Muller. Robben. Aim forward. Sergio Busquets. Difficult to choose between them early on. Not many chances yet. Jordi Alba. Barcelona going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Jerome Boateng gets into the right position to intercept.
This game is in need of some excitement. It needs help, and it's down to the creative and striking talent to up their game and give this crowd something to cheer about.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Robben. Where to from here? Lahm. Looks to slip it through. Great reaction. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Daniel Alves. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Now the pass. Here it comes. Alaba cuts it out. Lahm. Definite fell there. Jordi Alba. With the ball through. It's well blocked and back out it comes. Douglas Costa. Robben. Tries a through ball. Ball through needs to be good here. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Well, that's not going to go down too well with his teammates. Muller passes it through. Chip through. Has a hit! Decent enough try.
Well, if he hopes to do better than that, he's got to work on his technique and his timing. The contact wasn't right there, so there wasn't much chance of success.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. PK. Messi plays a clever pass. Jerome Boateng positions himself well and cuts it out. And it's Rakitic. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Muller. Rafinha. And that'll be the final action of the first half. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're off again.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Robben. Lahm. Robben. Tries to dink it in. Messi. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Luis Suarez. Looks like a good ball through. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Bayern Munich can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Lewandowski. Rafinha. Muller. Messi. And now they can launch a counter. Bayern Munich somehow escaped the danger. That was a tight call though. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Jordi Alba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Lam. Barcelona haven't made a substitution yet. Barcelona desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. Now it's Neymar. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Robben. Sergio Busquets with the foul. Jerome Boateng. Vidal. And it's Muller. Now the pass. Robben. Well read, he sorted that out. Luis Suarez looks to slip it through. Come back to the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. Jordi Alba does well there, alert, passes it through. Daniel Alves. Now it's Messi. Messi face to face with his opponent. Now it's Luis Suarez. Vidal concedes a free kick for that. Iniesta. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger.
It's intriguingly poised for me, and players are thinking, well, should we stay or should we go? I'd like to think fortune favours the brave, and I'm urging them to be bold and go for it.
Mascherano does well to read it and intercepts. Robben.
At this stage of the game, they need to get into a more attacking position.
Robben. Aimed long and direct. And that is that. A frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what...
So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Oh, it's got to be Thomas Muller. His attitude has helped him get the very most out of his career because of his desire to play anywhere in the team. And when it comes to assists and goals, his stats read extremely well.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. He's in! Goal! Bayern Munich! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
I just thought he was alert and direct. Quick for the keeper, and that's a fine finish.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Robben. Jerome Boateng does well to read it and intercepts. Keeper's got good distance on that. Barcelona are already chasing the game.
Well, it can be very hard to regroup and work your way back into the match, but they've got time.
Muller. Rafinha. Douglas Costa. Steered out wide. Muller! That is wayward. Jordi Alba. It's long and forward. Iniesta passes it through. Neymar. A chance! It's Neymar! They've done it! Barcelona are back in business.
Neymar showed real composure then. I mean, how often do you see a player do everything right until he gets into the box, only to completely kind of fluff the finish? Not him.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, we thought that this one would be close between two strong sides like this, and I think that just goes to prove it.
So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Müller. Alaba. Müller. Tries a through ball. Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That has brought the house down. What a wonderful hit.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
Lewandowski. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Daniel Alves. Towards the front. Lobs it in gently. Oh, managed to get it away. Rakitic goes short. In comes the cross. No, that's not going to find its target. Looking to force his way through. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. And it's Messi. Luis Suarez. Forward it goes. He's away. It's Neymar! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Robin. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Sergio Busquets set up one goal so far. Douglas Costa with the ball through. That is terrific from Lewandowski!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
What a clean hit. No one gets in the way of that.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be little to separate them, but he really made that count.
There's the end of the first half. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. Rafinha. Alaba. Douglas Costa. Rakitic looking for options. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. And out to safety. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Sergio Busquets. Jordi Alba. Neymar. Luis Suarez. Jerome Boateng. Müller. Douglas Costa. Rafinha. Robin. Oh, he's broken through. Mascherano. Iniesta. Rakitic. Rakitic is fouled. Barcelona haven't made a substitution yet. Jerome Boateng. Now it's Lewandowski. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Robben. In he goes again! Ball's loose, who's getting there?
To be fair, that was tough for the keeper to handle.
Alaba. Vidal. Who's going to make this theirs? Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, technically that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out, and I just thought he was a little unlucky then.
And it's Rafinha. Douglas Costa. Messi. Daniel Alves. Spoon forward. Well positioned to make that interception. Gets it upfield. Daniel Alves. Rafinha does well there, alert. Luis Suarez looks to slip it through. Timely intervention. Robben. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
Yes, and what a battle this has been. Neither is showing any sign of backing off. It's a tribute to wonderful attitude to put everything they've got into attempting to gain that vital edge.
Floats one over.
Well look, I don't think you can say he didn't have enough support in that instance, because he's got to get his head up more and see what's around him. If you're going to keep your head down and looking at the ball, you're not going to see the options, and that was a bit selfish for me.
Now the pass. Alaba gets into the right position to intercept. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Looks like a good ball through. Now the pass. It's a goal kick. Daniel Alves pumps it forwards. So that's it, it is all over. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, there were times when they looked like winning it.
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the...
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Thrust towards the front line. Cazorla. Koscielny. Coquelin. Monreal. Cazorla. Coquelin. Jordi Alba does well to read it and intercepts. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Luis Suarez. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Coquelin. Alexis Sanchez. Daniel Alves passes it through.
midway through the first half, and there's an impotence about this game that's causing me concern, and probably most of the stadium too. Let's just hope that by the end it'll have been forgotten.
Rakitic, Iniesta, Jordi Alba, Iniesta, looks to slip it through, keeper's ball. Needed a better pass there. So what now? Mesut Ozil, Coquelin, knocks it towards the front. Mesut Ozil looking to get on the end of this. Neymar looks to dink one in. Messi gets into some space. Oh, he's found him in space. Luis Suarez. It's Iniesta! Messi demonstrates his quality. Mesut Ozil. Alexis Sanchez. Sergio Busquets is the route one option. Messi crosses into the box. Monreal. If you have just joined us, you'll be glad to know that you haven't missed a goal. Coquelin, and it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's a loose ball, chance to shoot, looks like a good ball through. Rakitic. Messi. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Cazorla. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Looking to get within range. Messi hits it! What a wonderful goal!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round.
Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Barcelona draw first blood here.
Oh, look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Rakitic is long and forward. Neymar! Decent enough try.
Well, to be honest, I thought it was a good enough effort to go in, only for the post to get in the way. I mean, this game can be very tough on you at times.
Coquelin with a delicate ball. The move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Now it's Neymar. And it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Barcelona haven't made a substitution yet. Mesut Ozil floats one over. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Giroud tries to stroke it through, and that's not going to reach. Daniel Alves. They scored early in the second half to make it 1-0. Monreal does well there, alert. Keeper's got good distance on that. Fine defending there. And it's Cazorla. Cazorla plays it out to the wing. Giroud. Monreal gets it back. Spoon forward. Rakitic. Cazorla. It's Giroud! That really should have hit the net. Another piece of really good defending. Neymar. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Neymar. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Alexis Sanchez. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Alexis Sanchez with the ball through. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's come loose. And the follow-up. Oh, he couldn't get hold of it. It's Ramsey. Giroud plays it out to the flank. Cazorla! No mistake! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to do that, to throw yourself at the ball knowing you could catch a boot in the head. Well done, son.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Wilshere. Alexis Sanchez with a delicate ball. Four added minutes on the board. Now it's Neymar. Neymar goes on a charge down the left. Tries a through ball. It's gone a long way up and away. Well, that's not going to go down too well with his teammates. And there goes the final whistle. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished all square. Hello and welcome to the Saitama Stadium. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This is a tricky one, but, you know, I'm going to go for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain because he can be a think a key element. He's essentially a very attacking player who wants to be at the sharper end of things, but he has the maturity to play in midfield too and knock it about. A combination his manager must be very grateful for.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Alexis Sanchez. Luis Suarez goes long. Neymar. And he's onside. It's Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Where to from here? Barcelona have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift, and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
Looking for a decent ball in. It's a loose ball. Giroud with a shot! Mesut Ozil. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. And now they can launch a counter. Messi floats one over. You could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. That's the throw. Jordi Alba. And it's Luis Suarez. Looks to thread it through. Managed to get it away. They've played it short. A chance! Promising cross. Jordi Alba pumps it into the area. Goalkeeper's ball. Koscielny. Half an hour played now. Sergio Busquets. Rakitic pumps it forwards. Deftly done. Coquelin. Cazorla. Looks to slip it through. Monreal with the ball through. Barcelona leading by one and looking very comfortable on it. Barcelona are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Koscielny. Coquelin. Cazorla. Koscielny. Monreal. Luis Suarez with a long pass out wide. There's the end of the first half.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Barcelona leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Barcelona carry a one-goal lead into the second half. There's no flag. Terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish is all wrong.
I think that defence will be feeling mightily relieved now. They were really saved by some poor finishing then.
Smart save. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Messi. He's steaming forward, knocks it towards the front, and he's shown him a clean pair of heels. There is the genius of Luis Suarez! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Everything they would have spoken about in that dressing room during the break has a greater chance of happening thanks to the early goal. It's the perfect platform now to go on and try to win it.
Sergio Busquets gets it back, tries a through ball. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Has it out wide now. Looks like a good ball through. Neymar. So who's he picking out? And back out it comes. In he goes again! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. And it's Giroud. Monreal. Alexis Sanchez needed to come up with a better ball.
He timed this run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind it was needed.
Barcelona haven't yet dipped into their subs. Out to the flank. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. They really are proving themselves to be solid all over the field. Cazorla. Fine defending there. Well, they could break here. Now the pass. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's come loose. Oxlade-Chamberlain decides to play it back. Iniesta passes it through. Iniesta looking to run onto it. You can just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one. Barcelona have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Mascherano. Looks to slip it through. Ramsey. Coquelin. Alexis Sanchez. Monreal. Now it's Wilshere. Iniesta. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona emerge victorious here, and it's no more than they deserve. They were simply the better team. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? A very warm welcome to the Allianz Arena in Munich. The teams then, Barcelona against Paris Saint-Germain. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Easy choice, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Nobody does self-belief better than him. In his mind, he's the best in the world, and his willingness to express himself and experiment comes from a ready-made audacity.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. He's away! And it's a goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it. That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Marco Verratti. Rabiot. Cavani with the ball through. Daniel Alves comes sliding in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Kurzawa. And it's Verratti. Barcelona making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
What a good start to the game. I think their play has been fast and inventive, and this is a fine example of early intent. They've begun as they mean to go on, and another goal is on the cards.
Luis Suarez tries a through ball. Neymar with a shot! Well, he would surely have scored there more times than not. Marco Verratti. Thrust towards the front line. He's off on a marauding run. He scored inside the first 10 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. Looks like a good ball through. Neymar. Managed to get it away. Luis Suarez, good stop, that wasn't easy.
And that wasn't exactly a routine save, he still had an awful lot to do to keep that out. Superb.
And it's Iniesta. Aim forward, Neymar.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
Di Maria. Van der Veer. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rabiot. Barcelona are in control here on the brink of half-time. Now the pass. Neymar! Caught offside that time. One. Goal!
Unbelievable.
2 to the good. They have breathing space. Barcelona get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for Barcelona, sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Rabiot, and it's Cavani. Chip through, and it's the goalkeepers to claim. Paris Saint-Germain looked all at sea and terribly vulnerable, but they've got away with it. Messi. Dani Alves. Thiago Silva does well to read it and intercepts. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rakitic. Barcelona, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Cavani, Kurzawa, it's Cavani! Ibrahimovic, it could only be him! Just one goal in it now, game on! Bravo reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Marquinhos. Well, that goal really has stirred things up. The cat right amongst the pigeons now.
Yeah, Peter, the cushion is gone, and it may get a little bumpier over the next few minutes, but it doesn't have to mean a momentum switch. If they can gather themselves quickly, they could hit back.
Marco Verratti. Van der Veer. Marco Verratti. Cavani. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Deftly done. Di Maria! Saved only by poor finishing.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
Daniel Alves. Sergio Busquets. Iniesta. Looks to slip it through. Messi. Played into the middle. And back out it comes. Now it's Rakitic. Steered out wide. Rabiot. Rakitic delivers. And it's Iniesta. He's there to get rid. Where to from here? And that would have won it.
What a huge let-off that was. Conceding them would really have left the momentum to climb.
And he's made certain that won't get through. It's a long forward pass. Marquinhos hurtles into the tackle. Marco Verratti tries a long pass towards the front. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Luis Suarez passes it through. Messi. It's Neymar! And with that, the final whistle. Barcelona win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think when we look back at that, the early goal proves...
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I'm going to say the Uruguayan, Cavani. His willingness to put so much effort in is why he scores so many goals. And that also translates to his defensive work in pressing, chasing and tackling. It's all there from him.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Oh, that's a waste. Marco Verratti, Di Maria, now it's Di Maria. Mascherano, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest.
Well, I think it was a little difficult for him to pick exactly the right option there. There were so many in the box. I don't think we should be totally surprised that he actually went for the shot in the end.
Thiago Silva can hoist it clear. Sergio Busquets positions himself well and cuts it out. And it's Dani Alves. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Rabiot, Thiago Motta, Kurzawa, Iniesta plays it out to the wing. Di Maria pushes it out wide. Van der Wiel tried to play it through.
Yeah, it looked like they...
Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know, it's the modern ball that makes such a difference to shots like that. If you connect well, it will swerve and dip all over the place. It's just so hard to predict.
Barcelona break the deadlock.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Marco Verratti plays a clever pass. And that is going out for a goal kick. Jordi Alba. Now it's Neymar. Iniesta passes it through. A decisive action by the goalkeeper. He knew he had to get that done. Hit long and direct. That's not going to find its target. Barcelona being made to look sloppy in possession here. Another big chance that gets away.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
Oh, that's great stuff. Exactly what he's all about.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Barcelona are leading with half-time drawing close. And it's Cavani. Marco Verratti. Played out to the right. Di Maria. Marco Verratti. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Ibrahimovic!
Well, technically that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out, and I just thought he was a little unlucky there.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Luis Suarez with a delicate ball. Rakitic! Ooh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Barcelona going to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So off we go once more.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Thrust towards the front line. Looks to slip it through. He's made sure that that won't get through. Rabiot. Thiago Motta. Now the pass. Daniel Alves. Mascherano. Iniesta. Out to the left it goes. Rabiot gets into the right position to intercept. Marco Verratti. Barcelona are still that goal to the good. Marco Verratti. And it's Di Maria. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Marco Verratti with the ball through. Jordi Alba pumps it forwards. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Thiago Motta. Cavani. Rabiot. Barcelona haven't made a substitution yet. Fine defending there. Jordi Alba going full steam ahead down the left flank. Aim forward. Neymar's cross. Kurzawa gets it away. Another piece of really good defending. All the way back and they start again. Sergio Busquets. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. It's a long forward pass. Thiago Motta. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. Thiago Motta. And it's Ibrahimovic. Tries lifting it over. Clears it out of harm's way. Di Maria. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
You can get that clear. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looks to slip it through. Neymar. Neymar with a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I think there's always that danger that the defence can get exploited in that way. That must have served as a real wake-up call to them.
They need to get it in quick. Whipped in. And he's there to hoof it away.
The time is running out. They need to get the ball in field.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. Determined Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Marco Verratti passes it through. Ibrahimovic. It's anyone's ball. And that's that. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Look, a draw shows a level of industry from both.
We're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Easy choice, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Nobody does self-belief better than him. In his mind, he's the best in the world, and his willingness to express himself and experiment comes from a ready-made audacity.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Crunching tackle. Marquinhos. Van der Veer. Hoists it high. Has it out wide now. Messi beats the offside trap. Away from immediate danger.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Rakitic. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Van der Wiel looking for options. Cavani tries a through ball. Kurzawa has it in a wide position, so what next? Di Maria, and the finish! Rabiot, goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead! He was so alert to the possibilities there, great stuff.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Paris Saint-Germain draw first blood here.
Look, we know they're in control now, but they can't let their concentration drop, not one bit.
Luis Suarez charges in. It's Luis Suarez! And in it goes! What's your opinion on that goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Rabiot. That's good progress he's made on the ball. And it's Kurzawa. Kurzawa floats one over. Cavani wanders offside. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Luis Suarez. Rakitic. Gets it upfield. Piqué. Looking to force his way through. Jordi Alba. Iniesta. Looks like a good ball through. Jordi Alba. Neymar. Ball swung in. And that's been repelled. And it's Dani Alves. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Same again, same outcome.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
Thiago Silva boots it to safety. Marco Verratti. Di Maria. Van der Wiel. Aimed long and direct. Ibrahimovic! And there's the end of the first half. It's the first half compared with your expectation.
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Now the pass. Now here's the through ball. It's Neymar! Rabiot. Cavani. Rabiot. Van der Wiel. Goes long and forward. Ibrahimovic. Kurzawa. With the ball through. Cavani given offside.
He may have been caught offside, but they aren't going to give up on that type of run. They only need to get it right once, and it's all about the timing now.
Daniel Alves passes it through. Luis Suarez. Oh, the ball's come loose! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete! Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Listen, it's no surprise to me as to who scored the goal. When you look through this team, he's the standout performer with a whole repertoire of different talents. He'll do for me every time.
Barcelona get dipped into their subs. Neymar with a delicate ball. Messi, and he's through on goal. Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Barcelona on 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they've opened a nice gap at this stage, but there's nothing to stop them from trying to widen it a little further.
Marco Verratti tries to dink it in. Ibrahimovic! He scored!
Ibrahimovic just did brilliantly to get that under control before what was a really good finish from me too. He made it all look so effortless as well.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Looks to slip it through. That'll be a corner. Rakitic with the short one. It's a good-looking cross. Now it's Iniesta. He's off on a marauding run. Keeper got a hand on that and nicked it behind. Rakitic goes short. Lofted into the middle. He's dealt with that well. Dani Alves. He's there to get rid. Cavani. Ibrahimovic, who has made his impact already. Di Maria plays it into the channel. Daniel Alves passes it through. Whistle's gone, that for offside? Yes, it is. Ibrahimovic. It's Di Maria! He's got away with one there. Played it short. Decent ball. Smart save. That really should have hit the net. Four extra minutes added on. Barcelona just have to run down the clock. Now it's Rabiot. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Ibrahimovic. Thiago Motta. Tries a through ball. Now it's Messi. Defenders on the back foot. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed. Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. The teams then, Barcelona against Bayern Munich. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I would go for Robert Lewandowski. As good a centre-forward with his back to goal as I've seen, he can turn and roll defenders for fun. And once facing his target, he has all the finishing skills that you could...
It's in!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
Oh, even a section of the opposition fans were applauding that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
Bayern Munich trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Müller. Barcelona are already ahead. The perfect start.
Always when you score early, it gives you such a lift, and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time.
Sticks it away!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Absolutely thundered in. Keeper, no chance.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Rakitic, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Oh, good interception. Where to from here? Hoists it high. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Neymar looks to slip it through. Now it's Iniesta. Vidal. Robben. Neymar charges in. Vidal. Müller. Lewandowski with the ball through. Piqué. Lob and direct. Rakitic passes it through. Neymar. He can get that clear. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Gets it upfield. Now it's Lewandowski. Daniel Alves. Rakitic, this is promising. Rakitic, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
And at times there, it looked as if a couple of those defenders were reluctant to stick a leg out in case he went down, but it was a positive, daring run, which is always good to see.
Who's going to make this theirs? Müller. Now the pass. Tries a through ball. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? And out to safety. There is the half-time whistle. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Müller. Douglas Costa. Plays it out to the wing. And he's there to cut it out. Rakitic. Bayern Munich being made to look sloppy in possession here. Vidal. And it's Lahm. Looks like a good ball through. get the direction he needed.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty to chew on at the moment, but no bite.
And oh! And now the finish! Coaxed out to the wing. Muller. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Defence can get it clear. Iniesta positions himself well and cuts it out. Oh, glorious footwork! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Jordi Alba. And it's Neymar. Has got rid of that. Barcelona, dipped into Iniesta. There's a definite foul there. Jerome Boateng. Vidal. Forward it goes. Neymar looks to dink one in. Messi. Chance. Clearance and very necessary. Tries the cut back. Goal! Barcelona!
Unbelievable.
And they get themselves in front! Perfect timing, perfect connection, and a perfect outcome.
Well, I thought it was very well worked down the right side, but don't underestimate the volley. They can be a difficult skill.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Oh, look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Robben. Lewandowski. Robben demonstrates his quality. Daniel Alves. Douglas Costa. And it's Robben. Iniesta with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Now it's Muller. That's gone a long way up and away. Jerome Boateng. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Jordi Alba looks to thread it through. Bayern Munich got lucky, they have escaped lightly. Daniel Al, no question that's a foul. And it's Muller. It's Robben! It's come loose. Oh, that could cost them.
Well, he won't need telling what a big chance that was. The look on his face says the lot.
Lewandowski. That is terrific from Lewandowski. Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Bravo. Maybe was unsighted by his own defence there. Just look at the way the ball sneaked through that defensive line, and I don't think he could pick it up until it was way too late.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Bayern Munich keep hold of the ball. Luis Suarez brings it forward. Luis Suarez with the ball through. And the keeper's in command.
This lane on, they need to be pushing forward if they're going to get a result.
Loose ball, who's going to get there? Tries a through ball. Flags up, he must have been offside. Daniel Alves. And that will be the final act. Well, no winner here, but an intriguing game. The result probably a fair reflection. It has finished. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It's got to be Thomas Muller. His attitude has helped him get the very most out of his career because of his desire to play anywhere in the team. And when it comes to assists...
Goal! Bayern Munich!
Unbelievable.
And Bayern Munich take the lead! Bravo did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Barcelona didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? Neymar. Oh no, it's an own goal!
Oh, they'll really be kicking themselves after conceding a goal like that.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Muller tries the route one option. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Hoists it high. Oh, not quite. Daniel Alves. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. A decisive action by the goalkeeper. He knew he had to get that done. Muller. And it's Robben. Sergio Busquets does well there. Alert. Jordi Alba. Neymar, face to face with his opponent. Neymar goes on a charge down the left. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Muller. Douglas Costa. Muller. Touching the half-hour mark. Rafinha. Douglas Costa. And it's Messi. Now the pass. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Iniesta charges in. Out towards the flank. Now it's Neymar. Lovely feet. Can he deliver? It's a loose ball. Picked it up and here they come again. So what now? Neymar. Luis Suarez. Well played, he saw that coming. Vidal. Robben. Muller. Jerome Boateng. Alaba. Muller. Robben. And it's Lahm. Iniesta goes long and forward. Jerome Boateng has given away a free kick. Mascherano. Aimed long and direct. And there is the half-time whistle. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So it's back to business. Jerome Boateng. Vidal. Müller. Robben. Now it's Lewandowski. Jordi Alba pumps it forwards. Whistle goes, he's been given offside. Barcelona getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Mascherano. Iniesta takes control of it and he's on the move. He's come loose. Neymar! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, once upon a time I was harsh on goalkeepers, but now I'm more sympathetic because the ball moves all over the place these days, and we've just seen it again.
Barcelona take the lead.
And they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Hit long and direct. Another chance from a corner. Douglas Costa goes short, and the cutback. That intervention was very necessary. Messi. And it's Müller. Looks to slip it through. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. A real chance to break. Busquets. Müller. Douglas Costa. Rafinha. Douglas Costa. Oh, good interception. Aim forward. Rafinha. Looks like a good ball through. Dani Alves looking to get on the end of this. Barcelona yet to make a change here. Lahm. 75 minutes played. Sergio Busquets with the ball through. Defence has got rid of that. Müller. And it's Douglas Costa. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. Lahm. Well positioned to make that interception. Lewandowski. Whose ball? Who's going to get that? Messi. Plotting from out on the right-hand side. Alaba gets into the right position to intercept. Barcelona need to hold on for a few more moments. Müller has been caught there, it's a foul. Robben tries a through ball. Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. Iniesta. Neymar. Deftly done. Mario Götze. And time is up. Barcelona have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed it with flying colours. A truly outstanding comeback by any measure. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.